Next Sunday's gospel is the familiar story of the Transfiguration of Jesus. In the Lutheran Church, we listen to this every Sunday, the week before Lent. In this story, we'll occasionally hear people talk about the wonder of what Peter and the other disciples experience and how they want to remain on the mountaintop with Jesus. My reading of the text and paying attention to what is described there is that it's not so much wonder as out-and-out fear. They are terrified. Just as the crowds in the story of Moses appearing in conversation with God on the mountain were afraid and wanted to stay back. Same with Peter and James and John. So Peter isn't saying, let's build some temples and we can hang out with you here in this wonderful thing forever. Rather, he's saying, can we build some shelters? Not so much to shelter Jesus, but as a buffer between the marvelous thing God is doing that's so terrifying and the disciples. Let's listen to the story. After 6 days, Jesus took along with him Rock and James and John up to a high mountain. And he was transformed before him, and his clothes became dazzling, intensely white, like no launder on earth is able to whiten. And Moses appeared with him, with Elijah, and they were talking to Jesus. And Peter said, Teacher, Rabbi, it's good that we're here. Let us build 3 shelters, one for you, one for Moses, one for Elijah. He didn't know what to say because they were terrified. And suddenly, a cloud overshadowed them. And there was a voice from the cloud that said, "This is my beloved Son. Listen to him." Suddenly, there was no one with them any longer except Jesus alone. And as they were coming down from the mountain, Jesus said to them, "Don't tell anyone about this until after the human one is raised from the dead." Well, they latched onto that word and were arguing amongst themselves about what risen from the dead might mean. I hope you also notice that the story moves towards a climax where God speaks and God identifies Jesus as his son. But then God does not engage in metaphysical explanation of the mystery of Jesus, but gives us a very simple instruction. Listen to him. May you have a good week as you listen to Jesus.